will rock today. Energy, people, please take your seats. Come on, come on. Meanwhile, who's seated can clap. Hop, hop, hop. Come on, you know the energy. We still need some energy here. Oh. Yes, this is the energy we need in Toastmasters. And also some noise. Come on. Meanwhile, please take your seats. Take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, everyone! Round of applause and noise, please. We can stop the music. People know that they should be taking their seats now. Quiet. Ah, this is the silence we needed. Welcome back again, everyone. You ready for the... I won't say the most important thing because every minute of this day it's been important and tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. The contest that leads to the world stage, the International Speech Contest. Yeah. Our contestants have worked for months to perfect these minutes on stage. But before we start, let me please welcome on stage Laura Glukowski, who's gonna... Yes. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the crown jewel, the International Speech Contest. Are we all ready? Yes. One last time you'll hear me today say, make sure your phones are muted or off or airplane mode or night mode, I don't know. As long as we don't hear anything, right? We want to make sure that nothing happens. Something to note, that this is being recorded to be sent to the next level. So the winner of the International Speech Contest on the district level their video will be sent to the quarterfinals. So of course we want to wish good luck to all of our participants and of course to the winner. We want to see you in Vancouver. All right. Another reminder, the contestants will be coming down stage left, down that aisle, so do please keep the aisle clear. And of course, the other thing to remember is that during the actual speech contest, during the actual speech, that no entry or exit will be allowed. Only during the 1 minute of silence or at the very end, the silence for the judges to mark the ballots, will you be allowed to come out. So between the contestants, you can. During, no. Another thing to remind, no photography, flash or anything. As we mentioned, this is as it is. It's being streamed and recorded. So you'll get their faces anyways. It's a lot of rules, I know. It's a lot of things we have to do, but all of this does matter. Are we ready? Please help me welcome our contest Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Michaela Gellon.
Ouch! I see something in you. Just nod. those are some speeches that have stayed in Toastmaster memory. And today in the International Speech Contest, perhaps, we have the chance to see the next Just Nod. Ouch, I see something in you. Remember, these speeches began at the club level, moved up to the area, division, and then district level. Our contestants today have gone through all those hurdles, and this today is their moment. The International Speech Contest at District 109. Dear fellow Toastmasters, brothers and sisters of Tirana, it's an honor to be hosting this contest. The International Speech Contest is where ideas compete and stories inspire, and the most powerful tool in the room is a voice. It's also the contest where inspiration meets the timers. They are seated right here. But as Laura mentioned, the International Speech Contest is the only one where it advances, as the name suggests, to possibly the World Championship of Public Speaking this year in Vancouver, Canada. Quick acknowledgement to all the competition officials, the chief judges, the judges, all the contest officials. I don't know who they are. I hope they know who they are. My job is just to keep the show running and make sure everything's in order, or at least pretend everything is running in order. So thank you very much to all of you for ensuring a fair and professional contest. We have 6 contestants today: Marika Dubiel, Mila Mersep, Julien Desjobert, Katie Ndoni, Elena Constantinou, and Jacqueline Cartbird. I confirm that all contestants have signed the eligibility and originality forms. The eligibility has been verified and confirmed, and that they have been briefed. And the speaking order has been drawn at the briefing. I will insist again, please, no photos, no videos, no moving. Why? This video is going to be recorded. The speech will be recorded, and the winning speech, will be sent to the regional quarterfinals. We want to make the experience as wonderful as possible for the contestants. Also, you heard Sabi this morning. The audience reacts, and they react back. So please react. Please laugh with them. Give me your best Toastmaster laugh. Give me your best Toastmaster shock. Give me your best Toastmaster. Oh. You're in good shape. All the speeches by the contestants today will comply to the timing guidelines, and for the International Speech Contest, the timing is as follows: green at 5 minutes, yellow at 6 minutes, red at 7 minutes. Contestant is not qualified until they reach 4 minutes and 30 seconds and is disqualified beyond 7 minutes and 31 seconds. After each speech, there will be 1 minute of silence. I ask you, I beg you to please respect this 1 minute of silence for the judges. Protests may be raised only by the judges or the contestants before the contest is adjourned, and only for eligibility or originality. So yeah, bring on the energy in the room, and we do encourage you to show emotion. It is a Toastmaster definition of the renewable source of energy. It's clean, it's powerful, and it's immediately effective. So you've given me the laugh, you've given me the sob, keep that up, and I want to see, are you there? If I say toast, you say masters. Toast! Masters! Yes, you're on. Keep that energy up throughout all the speeches. Perfect. Chief Judge, can you confirm that all judges, timers, and ballot counters are present and have been briefed?
Yes.
With this, let the contest begin. Please help me welcome on stage our first contestant, contestant number 1, Marika Dubiel. Marika Dubiel, no chance. No chance. Marika Dubiel.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
What do you feel when people say, no chance? When I was 16, I sat at school with my friends and a thick book, University Prospectus. I browsed through the degree programs and suddenly saw something exotic. Japanese? You can study Japanese in Poland? Ha, that's something for me. My best friend? Forget it! There are only 20 places in Warsaw, hundreds of applicants. You would need a black belt in karate. No chance. I said, challenge accepted. She doubted me. I was going to prove her wrong, because my mom always said everything is possible if you stay longer than doubt. So I looked into it. Luckily, no black belt required. Phew. But I needed a nearly perfect score in the Polish exam, English exam, and the admissions interview. The exams didn't scare me. I love the languages. The interview, absolute horror. I had zero connection to Japan. There wasn't even sushi in my city back then. I was desperate, so I went to every library. I read every book. I even watched every episode of Pokémon. One day I heard there was a Japanese culture club in my city. My plan was born. I will go there, get engaged, and then at the interview I can say, Japanese culture is a big part of my life. Green tea, kimonos, zen. At that club, there were 2 doors. Behind the first one, a heated debate. Pikachu isn't the best Pokemon. Yes, it is. Pokemon sucks. Behind the other door, strange noises. Knock, knock. 2 boys and a wooden board. One boy took a black stone and placed it on the board. The other one took a white one. Hi, I'm looking for the Japanese club. What are you doing? Oh, we're playing Go. Wanna join? How do you play? Come, take a seat. We'll explain. This is how I learned to play Go. Completely by chance. But with every game, I felt closer to Japan. And a few months later, I traveled to Warsaw for the entrance exams. Polish, passed. English, passed. The interview, passed. I made it. I was one of the lucky 20, accepted from 100 to study Japanese in Poland. I felt like a celebrity. I could be the first one in my family to graduate, to see the big world. I loved my new life. And I completed the first year and came back home for summer holidays. And then everything changed. My family was poor. My mom raised 4 children alone. Somehow we have always found a way. I had a scholarship. I worked part-time. I saved every penny. This was not enough. My mom decided to go abroad. A cleaner in London earned more than a manager in Poland. I had to stay home, work, take care of my siblings and grandma. All my dreams turned to dust. All this hard work for nothing. And the one thing I kept, the game of Go, drove my grandmother crazy. Marika, you have to stop this pointless game. It's not gonna pay off unless you're gonna become a grandmaster. No chance. Do you hear that? I said, challenge accepted. Go was not a pointless game to me. It was the last thread I had connecting me to my dreams. So I kept going, even when I lost one game after another. And this went on for 2 years. My grandmother shouted, I doubted, but I kept going, and then I played in the Polish championships. And I won! Since then, I won 12 national titles. This pointless game even took me to Japan. I drank green tea, I wore a kimono, I visited a Zen temple, all expenses paid. So let me ask you again, what do you feel when people say no chance? Doubt. Doubt is always there. Whether you start your company or a new relationship or choose to follow your dreams, doubt will show up and say, you're not good enough. You don't deserve it. It's too risky. It's too good to be true. No chance. When that happens, remember me. When you hear no chance, accept the challenge and stay longer than doubt. Contest chair.
One minute of silence for the judges, please. Tiny bit further. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. One minute is up. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Please help me welcome on stage contestant number 2, Mila Mersep. Mila Mersep, the other side of no. The other side of no. Mila Mersep.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
November 1st, 2025. I woke up to a grumpy husband, my haggard reflection in the bathroom mirror, and a message to tell me that my mother's health has taken a turn for the worse. And now, I am sitting in my car, stuck in endless morning traffic, and I have missed my 8 o'clock appointment. That's when I know for sure that one of my greatest dreads in life is back to haunt me. That dread looks and feels a lot like no. It even begins with the word no. It's called November. Contest Chair, my dear friends, for as far back as I can remember, I have dreaded November as a month where bad things happen. Like in November 2007, when I lost my dream job. Or November 2012, when I got kicked by a Swiss cow. Or November 2024, when a fanatical overachiever stole my translation business. But sitting in my car, stuck in endless morning traffic on that first day of last November, I look up at my reflection in the rearview mirror and I say, Mila, come on, you old bag. Make this November different. And that, dear friends, is when I finally resolved to show November who the boss is. And to that end, I decide 2 things. Decision number 1, to rename November into Yes-vember. And decision number 2, no matter what happens in this newly named month, to find a yes on the other side of every no. The 2nd of Yes-vember arrives. I'm at my desk, typing away frantically, busy drumming up new business, when something jumps up and knocks over my full cup. Hot coffee turns my keyboard into alphabet soup. I glare at the culprit, a cute but cunning cat called Lola, and I shout, "No!" as she gazes up at me, clearly without a care or a conscience. And just as I set out to knock that demon in a fur coat off my desk, I remember it's Yes-vember. And I begin to stroke her instead. Now, if you've stroked a cat, you'll know that's a big, fat yes. The days of Yes-vember go by when I wash and spin dry my favourite pair of jeans, in whose back pocket I have left a lottery ticket that would have won me, wait for this, 5,000 euros. No, 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 I find a yes in now being the proud owner of a priceless, squeaky clean, money laundering story. And with every day that goes by, I get better at finding a yes on the other side of no. Until that 20th day of the month, when sitting by my mother's bedside, holding her hand, she takes her last breath. I can still feel that deep, visceral sense of loss when every cell in your body screams no. Because how can you find a yes when a mother who has loved you unconditionally all your life is gone from this earth forever. Yet sitting by my mother's bedside is where I find not just one yes, but two. Yes to having experienced unconditional love all my life, and yes to the privilege of being by my exceptional mother's bedside as she took her last breath. It's been 6 months since Yes Vember gave me the gift of true perspective. That while we can't always choose what happens to us in life, we can choose where we focus our lens. Whether coffee on the keyboard or losing a loved one. While a yes cannot erase a no, the two can coexist. Deep gratitude can live on the other side of profound grief. Friends, let's be honest here. You, and you, and you, and the lady with that dress, yeah, you too, and you. In fact, everyone in here today will have no's come your way. But no matter how minor or major, how petty or profound a no may be, if you look hard enough, you can find a yes on the other side of no. Thank you. Should have waited. Okay, thank you. The chair, please.
One minute of silence for the judges, please. One minute is up. Sound check.
Sound check.
Please help me welcome on stage contestant number 3, Julien Desjobert. Julien Desjobert, as long as it's easy. As long as it's easy, Julien Desjobert.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
I used to think I was a good person. I guess most of us do. My definition was simple. Be polite, follow the rules. I say hi to my neighbors, even the ones who pretend not to see me. I recycle. I even give to charity. Sometimes. if it comes with a tax receipt. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters. 3 years ago, my friend Raj and I went to Cinque Terre in Italy over Easter weekend. Beautiful place. Terrible timing. It was packed with tourists. Raj is smart, spiritual, and sarcastic. We were in line for train tickets, and I saw an old man drop his. I went over, picked it up, and gave it to him. Raj raised an eyebrow. Look at you, Saint Julian. Come on, that's normal. I'm just being a good person. Sure, as long as it's easy. We got to the platform. There were already hundreds of people waiting. When the train finally arrived, it was full. Raj and I squeeze in, and that's when we get separated. The doors close, the train pulls away. I can't move. An elbow in my chest, people pushing from behind. It's hot. There's barely any air. Someone smells bad. Why is it taking so long? I can't take this. I need to move. I want space, air, out. Finally, the brakes screech. The train stops. The doors open. I push forward, harder. Excuse me, sorry, just need to, please. Then a woman shouts, "Stop! You're crushing my daughter!" I froze. A little girl, pigtails, bright pink backpack, was clutching her mom's leg. She looked up at me, confused. But her mother's face, that look of disgust, I'll never forget it. Sorry, I stepped onto the platform. I just wanted to disappear. I couldn't even wait my turn. It would have cost me a few more seconds of discomfort. To everyone on that carriage, I was that guy. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder. Raj, don't worry, you're not a bad person. You're just like most of us. Good, until it becomes inconvenient. That night, I kept replaying it in my head. I realized it wasn't the first time. I thought of the friend going through a divorce whose calls I didn't answer. The charity run I backed out of because it was raining. My older neighbor I hadn't checked on in months because I knew it would take time. Raj was right. I was good. As long as it was easy. A few weeks later, Raj called. Soup kitchen, Saturday, 7 a.m. You in? I was about to make an excuse, but I remembered the train. I'll be there. That Saturday morning, I ended up in an industrial kitchen. It was cold. It smelled like bleach. I scrubbed giant pots covered in crust. My back was killing me. I checked the clock. Only 8:30? Raj didn't slow down. Not so easy, is it, Saint Julian? The guy next to me took off his gloves. See ya! And he walked out. I started to untie my apron. Then I paused. People were still waiting for a meal. This time, I didn't push. I reached for the next pot. And little by little, I stopped fighting it. I stayed. That was 3 years ago. I'd love to tell you that since then I've become a completely different person. The truth? I still hesitate. I just don't choose the easy way as often. We all like to believe we are good people. And chances are, you are. But sooner or later, life will put you back on that crowded train. Maybe it's slow traffic when you're already late, or someone who needs you at the worst possible moment. When those doors open and you feel the urge to push, pause. Anyone can be good when it costs nothing. Who will you be when it's no longer easy? Contest chair. Thank you. This way.
One minute of silence for the judges, please. 1 minute of silence for the judges, please. Please respect 1 minute of silence for the judges, please. Thank you. Sound check.
Check, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check.
Please help me welcome on stage contestant number 4, Katie Ndoni. Katie Ndoni, The Pulse. The Pulse. Katie Ndoni.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
The room is silent. And for a bass player, silence is a crime scene. It usually means that the singer has forgotten the lyrics, or the drummer has dropped a stick and is currently moving around his drums trying to find it. Contest Chair and dear music lovers, follow me to find that missing stick and those forgotten lyrics. I am 13 years old. I am standing in my bedroom, sunk in its silence. I am staring at a piece of wood that wants to make me bloom. It's my first bass guitar. It has 5 strings that look like they were stolen from a suspension bridge. My friends, they all want to be the lead guitarist. They want the leather pants, the wind machines blowing their hair, and the 15-minute solos that makes everyone else in the band go grab a sandwich for the meantime. But me, I am looking at this 5-stringed encore And I realize I do not want to be the person people look at. I want to be the person people feel. I pull it up, I hook my fingers under the thick strings, and I let them go. The windows rattled. My mother is yelling from the other room, concerned about the walls. In that moment, I am not her silent kid. I am a tectonic plate, an earthquake. I have discovered the pulse of the band. Note after note, 10 years later, I find myself on a stage under a deep blue light. To my left, our lead guitarist is currently having a spiritual experience. He's leaning back, eyes closed, and he's playing a high-speed solo that sounds like a hive of angry bees. And then there's me. I'm standing 3 feet back, tucked into the shadows. I am doing what bassists do best. I'm making a face like I'm smelling a really stinky piece of gorgonzola cheese. That is a bass face. It's not pretty, but it's honest. I am locked eye to eye with the drummer. We are not talking. We are communicating through a series of gentle nods and primitive grunts. Every time his foot kicks the drums, my fingers hook the strings. In the band, we are the core. This precise interaction made me realize that being a bassist is a masterclass in servant leadership. You spend your life being the invisible architect. I mean, if the singer stops, the song pauses. If the guitarist stops, the song gets a little thinner. But what if the bassist stops? The audience doesn't know what's wrong. They just know the soul of the song left the stage. And here is a truth I had to learn the hard way. For many years, I hated being in the background. I was looking at the singer getting the applauses. I was looking at the guitarist getting front page pictures. I started to feel invisible. I thought, if no one sees me, do I even matter? That hit me hard, because I grew up being told from birth to be the loudest voice, the brightest light, the one with the most likes. I was being told that if I was not in the center of the stage, I would just be the backup. But music taught me differently. The soloists provide the spark, but the bassist provides the fuel. Without the pulse of the band, the high notes would never ignite. Look at your own life. Who is the bass player in your world? Is it the spouse who is holding the house together while you chase a promotion? Is it the assistant who organizes the chaos when you give the perfect presentation? Or is it the friend that listens to your struggles for 3 hours? We spend so much time chasing the spotlight that we forget to thank the people who are holding the flashlight. And more importantly, are you willing to be the pulse for someone else to rely on? I have realized that the most fulfilling moments in my life did not happen when I was heard. They happened when I was felt. I am standing here today because this pulse has taught me that the deepest truths are not screamed. they are hummed. So dear audience, as soon as you go back to the noise of the outside world, maybe do not chase for the spotlight. Look for the core. Find the rhythm. We don't have to be a lead singer to change the way your room feels. Sometimes, the most powerful thing we can be is the heartbeat. And you can feel this heartbeat now because the room is silent. Contest here.
One minute of silence for the judges, please. One minute is up. Just fine. Oh. Thank you. Sound check.
Sound check. Sound check.
Okay.
Yes?
Stop, stop, stop.
Sound check, sound check. Thank you.
Please help me welcome on stage contestant number 5, Elena Constantinou. Elena Constantinou, it's just hair. It's just hair. Elena Constantinou.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
My brother is one of the funniest people I know and a great storyteller. My favorite story of his takes place during a road trip with another 10 Harley-Davidson riders. Picture it. They are parked by a roadside cafe leaning against their massive motorcycles. Black leather, heavy boots, long hair, and generous beards. Everything about them is screaming, "Stay away, don't even think about it." So what do you think these men are talking about? Rock music? Politics? World domination? No, they are comparing beard conditioners. Yes, softening products for shine and scent. And why not? For them, hair is not just hair, but it is authenticity, identity, and it is comfort. For me too, my hair has always felt like a superpower. You know, it's thick and wild and versatile and has given this body more confidence. It seems that hair addiction runs in my family. My teenage children spend hours styling their hair. You know, there's wax and gel and mousse and spray and slick backs and gel and mousse. You get the idea, right? Oh, you have those teenagers too. You see, for teenagers, hair is not just hair. It is popularity, it is safety, and it is belonging. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, friends, we all have a superpower. What's yours? And what happens when someone or something takes that away? About a year ago, my vision was blurred by something that my doctors could not identify at first. For over a month, they ran test after test after test, and then a surgery and a specialized biopsy. Now, my doctor is an amazing scientist, but he does not have the best bedside manners. He led with, Elena, this is not good news. So I felt the earth disappear from underneath me, and as I was free falling, his assistant caught me and pulled me up by saying, Elena, it's treatable. This cancer is rare, but we have beaten it before. And that's all I needed to hear. I gathered up all my strength and simply asked, when do we begin treatment? The very next morning, I was sitting in an oncologist's office, and she was explaining to me in detail all the brain cancer chemotherapy protocols we were going to follow. And surprisingly, I felt safe until she delivered a second slap. You might lose your hair. Now, you might be wondering, well, she had cancer. Why was she worried about her hair? I will let you in on a secret. When you're a woman with cancer, hair is not just hair. And it's not simply femininity. It is privacy. It is control. It's how the world sees you and labels you before you even say a word. Now, during this journey, I met some extraordinary women. They were strong, and they were funny, and they were brilliant. And they faced all the chemo and the surgeries and the uncertainty like superheroes. In our quiet moments, though, at night, we whispered to each other, and we shared our fears. I don't want my children to see me bold and weak. I don't want strangers to stare. I don't want cancer to announce itself before I do. So you see, when we're faced with the possibility of losing something important, we're forced to look underneath it, and what we find there is usually stronger and more permanent, and it gives us back the control we need without resisting it or pity, but with acceptance and a grateful spirit. Because when life takes away something visible from our external self, it gives us the opportunity to discover the invisible in our internal self. It might be our humor, our kindness, our ability to reframe, and certainly the resilience we draw from people in our support group. So, friends, or shall I say, superheroes. The next time you stress about something like your looks, your social media profile, your job, the money in your bank account, ask yourselves, if this disappeared today, would I disappear with it? And if the answer is no, then I invite you to join in the mindset of not allowing our fears and limiting beliefs or the way other people see us become the way we see ourselves. We are, after all, Toastmasters. And this is just hair. And if it falls, it will grow back eventually. And with it, we grow too, as authentic teenagers, as men of freedom and women of resilience. In the words of our beloved Maya Angelou, you have nothing to prove to anyone. You alone are enough. Contest chair. Thank you.
1 minute of silence for the judges, please. Thank you. 1 minute is up. Sound check.
Sound check. Sound check.
Please help me welcome on stage contestant number 6, Jacqueline Cartberg. Jacqueline Cartberg, one step at a time. One step at a time, Jacqueline Cartberg.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
It's going to be an awesome day. That's what I said to my 2-year-old as I picked her up and strapped her into the bike. And off we were on our daily commute. As usual, I did my mental checklist. Drop her off at daycare, park this bike, take the bus. Oh, the first call in the morning is the budget. Don't forget to buy bread on the way home. I fell off my bike. All I could hear was screaming. I checked my daughter. Thank goodness she was okay. There was also a screaming pain in my foot, but I ignored it. I don't have time for that. I have a schedule to keep. Somehow, I managed to drag the bike, my girl, and myself to daycare. But that was as far as it went. The verdict was in. I broke my foot. All of a sudden, my fast, efficient, over-scheduled life slowed down to the speed of my sofa. Rehabilitation is boring. It's slow. And for me, it was walking. I wasn't thrilled about it. But the doctor said, walk or you won't heal.
to get me through these slow walking sessions, I would call my sister to complain and wallow in self-pity. When she wasn't available, I called another sister to complain and wallow in self-pity. Eventually, I turned to podcasts, and I listened to them as I navigated my way through the city streets. And then I found myself discovering gorgeous forest trails, listening to my music. Do you know what? When I was alone, well, I found myself dancing. Who said that rehabilitation was boring? Back at the doctor's office, she looked at my x-rays. She watched as I walked back and forth. She said, "You're done. You're healed." I celebrated. I don't have to walk anymore. Oh, wait a second. I don't have to walk anymore? But walking had quietly become the best part of my day. I didn't want to stop, so I didn't. What started off as a road to rehabilitation turned into a whole new lifestyle. I parked that bike. I let the bus pass me by, and I started walking to work every morning. I walked everywhere. At the end of the year, I checked my tracker, and it said that I had walked 5 million steps in the year. I mean, this achievement, 5 million steps in a year, got me curious. So I did some math. Stay with me. The world is 40,000 kilometers around. And at my pace, if I walked 5 million steps a year, I could walk along the equator in 10 years. It's odd because I never felt that I was going far. It was to work, to the grocery store. But when I stopped and I looked back, wow, I had crossed the distance of countries, of continents. I used to think that I needed motivation to start, but I learned that once I started, that's when I would get my motivation. But that's not just my experience. Dr. Teresa Amabile from Harvard Business School found that the single biggest motivator in work or life, it's not your paycheck. It's not pressure. That big motivator is progress, moving forward in a meaningful task. So when I take that first step in rehabilitation, if I recognize it as a small win, as progress, my brain will get a boost of motivation, of energy, of confidence. Walking is my reminder. What's yours? What goal have you set for yourself? It could be a skill, like learning a new language, or a musical instrument. What about something professional? A certification, or writing a book? What about something a little personal? A deeper relationship, a friendship? Or, oh, I hope this one will lead to a third date. I'd like to leave you with something. Let's call it a little bit of homework. Tonight, just before you're about to sleep, think about that goal that you set for yourself. And instead of listing what you need to do to reach that goal, stop. Look back and think about how far you've already come. Because tomorrow morning when you wake up, you won't wake up with pressure.
You'll wake up with motivation. Because when you recognize your progress, you're going to remember your power. You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Because big adventures, they don't happen all at once. They happen step by step. And as for me, I'm still walking. I only have 3 more years until I finish my trip around the world. One step at a time. Contest chair.
And ask for silence for as long as the judges need to complete their ballots. Silence, please. Silence, please. Silence, please. Thank you. Silence, please. The judges' ballots have been tallied and they will be, or have been collected and they will be tallied in the neighboring room. This concludes the international speech contest, and I would like to welcome on stage one by one all the contestants so they may receive their certificates of participation. We'll go in the speaking order. Please help me welcome back on stage our first contestant, Marika Dubiel. Thank you. There you are. Thank you. Contestant number 2, Mila Mursip. Thank you. Contestant number 3, Julien Desjobert. Congratulations. Thank you. Don't break it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Contestant number 4, Katie Ndoni. Contestant number 5, Elena Constantinou. And contestant number 6, Jacqueline Cartberg. Congratulations. Thank you. Maybe you want to take the rest of the stage, get center up. Yeah, within the speaking area. There you go. Wonderful. Congratulations to everyone. So now you have all finished your competitions. You may all be interviewed, so you may all remain on stage. That's good news. Big sigh of relief. How do you feel? All right. First person. There you go.
Thirsty. Or was it the question to me or to everybody? How do you feel?
I feel great. And you?
Good.
And you?
I can relax now.
Strangely, I feel better now than I felt before this started.
I think I need a drink and some dancing.
Yeah, I'm ready to party now.
I think we're all with you on the dancing and the party. First question goes to you, Marika. You mentioned in your profile that you are, well, you mentioned in your speech as well that you're a Go champion. We know as well from you that you are a salsa champion. In a way, you're a bit of a Toastmaster champion. You're already on the district level. Which one has taught you more about timing?
Oh, God. When you play Go in the competitions, you have also timing. Like you play chess, there is a clock, the time is divided between you and your opponent. And if you run out of this basic time, which for me always happens, you enter this kind of period where you have 5 seconds per move. If you don't move, you lose. So you learn to really value every single second, and especially in that time, it's critical that you don't panic. And I think this is what helps me to still stay calm when I see the red card and think 30 seconds is plenty of time.
Red card. Jacqueline, you mentioned in your profile that you have done a lot about fertility technology. Maybe you can mention a word or two about that. What has that taught you about patience or hope?
Yeah, I worked for 20 years in reproductive medicine. So besides working at an IVF clinic and making hundreds of babies, I also developed... I don't have to take care of them. I don't have to take care of them. I developed Rapid Eye. You can look it up. It's a device. Back then, it was easier to only freeze an embryo. But you know, there are women out there who haven't found Prince Charming, or those who don't want a prince and want a princess, or those who need to protect their fertility because they have cancer or have to go through a treatment. And so we wanted to freeze an egg. And that's one cell. And if it dies, then the chances are gone. So I've also developed that. And girl power. Yeah.
Elena, you're an educator, a trainer, a team coach. What do you hope that people feel after hearing your speeches, perhaps especially today's speech?
Gratitude is something very important. This speech, yes, it was about supporting people. The support group that supported me was amazing. And the girl power, the Toastmaster power, my family, and the strength you draw from people that you don't even know when they don't respond with pity, but they respond with acceptance and gratitude. And my motto throughout all this was, this is not happening to us, it's happening for us. So it's very strong, and my best friend, when she said that to me and I kept going on with it, it's very important, and that's what I want to encourage people to embrace whatever comes and to have a fighting spirit, because science is amazing.
Thank you very much, Elena. Julien, you mentioned one of your favorite quotes. It's actually by John Shedd, is a ship is safe in harbor, but this is not what ships were built for. How do you see that in public speaking?
The reason I started Toastmasters like 12 years ago, I think, was definitely for this kind of reasons, because I was terrified of public speaking. And actually, I heard this quote in a Toastmasters meeting, and it stuck with me. I thought it really represented the way I see the comfort zone, and basically what it means is that you can decide to stay in your comfort zone forever, but that's not how you grow. So I thought it said in a very poetic way, and it really works on me. So yeah, that's my quotes.
Thank you. Katie, you work in hospitality, and we've seen you play the bass very well. And you lead across communities as well. What have all of these taught you about reading the room?
All things combined, the main connection between all three, let's call it, things that I dedicated my life into is to make people feel home. Because when I want to go to a restaurant, I want the client to feel the same way as I want to be treated as a client. Music has taught me the rhythm to keep going and trying to soothe the soul of all the people present with some really good music. And on the other hand, we have the perfumes, right?
Perfumes as well.
Because who doesn't like a good smell? Because we all say, oh, that smells like home.
Yeah,
This
thank you.
is.
Thank you very much. I'll just give it straight to you, Mila, because you're the last one. So Mila, some of you may know her. She's been on this stage before. She's won a few competitions, more than one. So it's normal that in her most notable achievements, she mentioned that she once came third in an egg and spoon race.
It's true.
Modesty applied. So has that taught you anything about keeping calm under pressure?
Great question, Michaela. Has it taught me about being calm under pressure? No, it's taught me that I don't always need to believe what other people think of me. Now, some of you of my generation may have heard of Calamity Jane. Mm-hmm. Does it ring a bell? Okay. Calamity Jane being somebody who is prone to causing disasters. As a young child, I was referred to as Calamity Mila. Very typical of me throughout my family. So one day at school, I entered the egg and spoon race. For those of you who are not familiar with an egg and spoon race, it's really complicated. What you get is a spoon and an egg. And you put the egg on the spoon. And then you run or walk across to about where Michaela is, trying not to drop the egg. I came third, because I did drop the egg, but I was almost where Michaela was. But what was even better was that ever since then, my family decided that I was no longer Calamity Jane, because if you can get an egg from here to there on a small silver spoon, you are not Calamity anything. So that's the background.
So Elena, amongst your hobbies, you've listed singing, dancing, playing the handpan, and painting. If your speaking style were one art form, what would it be?
Yes, it would be dancing. Yes, I tried very hard not to incorporate some dance moves that we're preparing for this summer into the speech. I think, yes, although after watching your speech, I really find that music and instrument playing can be incorporated so beautifully into passing on a message.
I think you can pass it on to Jacqueline. Little clap, come on. Jacqueline, we talked about the babies, but on the other spectrum of aging, you mentioned that you're inspired by people who refuse to act old, especially when they are. What, in your observation, is one quality they have?
Denial. I was just thinking, my brother, he just started playing paddle. You know the sport, right? It's like slow tennis. And his partner is 80. My brother is like, I don't know, 50 something. And he said, man, she's fast. Or my mom, who is 84 this year, she's doing Zumba online. And it's just these people who think, well, why not? And they're in denial. I love it.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Some of Julien's hobbies include travel, basketball, surfing, investing. Maybe you can give us some stock tips. But
I'm still learning.
You mentioned in your speech about being that guy. How has this influenced your behavior, and how do you feel today about that, taking aside what you mentioned in the speech? For real.
Okay, that's a difficult question, but that guy in the speech means that person you don't want to have to do anything with, basically. So I don't really understand the link with my hobbies.
So yes, you're right. No, so which one has?
Sorry to put you on the spot like this.
It's payback time. I know that. Just talking about your hobbies.
I can tell you about one of my hobbies if you want.
No, the question was this: which one taught you most about taking calculated risks? That's what it was.
That would be investing for sure. So I come from a family where taking risks is a big no-no, and that's probably one of the reasons why public speaking it took me so much time to get to it. But so I did my own research, trying to meet different people, and so yeah, if I'm a Toastmaster today, it's not thanks to my parents. Let's put it this way.
Have you managed to make your parents Toastmasters?
No, I don't think it's gonna happen. But they're probably proud of me.
Maybe you can pass it to Erika. Is it Marika? Yes. So Marika, your profile also mentions your interest in psychology, neuroscience, and design. Also know that you're starting out in comedy club, stand-up comedy, the next big leap. Tell us what these fields have taught you about connecting with an audience.
My first thought was nothing. So I have to search more. I think the big learning from all this is that it's really hard to reach everybody in the same way, just because we are so different. And that's something that you could, put into every single one of us hobbies, because of course we all have different psychological makeup. Our brains process things differently based on, I don't know, even when we ate or drank last time. Speaking of party. And the stand-up is the same thing. So I started in March, I think, was my first mini show. I was inspired by Frank, who is an excellent joke maker. Mm-hmm. And what I noticed there is that or what I learned there is that the smaller the audience, the harder it is to get a laugh, because the chances are that nobody in the audience is going to share your sense of humor. So it's easier to have a bigger audience. And I think this is the learning about connecting with the audience. So the next time, just make your club meetings bigger, go to the local park, just get all the tourists to participate so you can have a better experience and connect with more people.
Thank you. Mila, you have a few hobbies, but one of them is particularly intriguing. Can you please tell us what chin wagging is?
Chin wagging. I think we should ask the expert. Nigel? What's chin wagging? Chit chat. Chit chat. Yes. I mean, come on, at least I own up to being a complete gossip here.
All right. Sorry, and I thought
Chin wagging's a nice way to put it.
Right, I thought it was quite literally you were giving us a chin wag.
It's a special dance in the UK.
No, exactly.
And we're very good at it.
I want to pick up on something you brought in your speech. Actually, you managed to, like many of you, bring some humor and some levity to sometimes some very serious topics. And that's quite a balancing act. You also displayed one of perhaps the longest pauses I've seen on a live speech. And I think that was felt. How does that pause feel for you with the audience?
Terrifying, but a very conscious decision. This is a true story, and if you are starting with the humorous side of life, I think there's need to pause to move on to the harder parts of life. So something Sabi said in his speech this morning, the art of reducing word count is what allows you to experiment, and in this case, that's what I wanted to do, and I thought if I go over time because I over-pause, it was worth the risk. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Yes, it does. Thank you very much. The Chief Judge has returned to the room. I'm informed that we do have a result. Okay. I thereby declare the contest adjourned. Thank you, everybody. And we can now look forward to the gala dinner. Thank you, everybody. Yes. I'd like to welcome back on stage, once all the contestants have left the stage, our contest chair, the real contest chair, Laura Golkowski. Oh, yeah.
Thank you to Michaela. Thank you to our contest leaders. Thank you to our contestants. Thank you to all of you. We're almost done. Don't worry. We really have only one thing I need to say because we'll be going partying very soon. So get your nice hats on. I do want to say, as mentioned, the contests are officially over. The awards will be announced at the gala dinner tonight at 9:30. So the gala starts at 8, but the awards 9:30. Okay, it works. The awards at 9:30. The awards will be at 9:30. So stay tuned, and then you'll find out who wins. But before I do officially close this, I would like to actually invite our Master of Ceremonies to close this.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And I think we all agree that today was an absolutely astonishing day, full of passion, full of inspiring stories, and world-class public speaking. Well, today's program has officially come to an end, but the night is about to begin. Before the party starting, I just have to remind you a few things. First of all, please, all bottles, cups, and everything you have used in this room, you can put those outside the room while you're leaving. Second, it's time to get ready, as I said, for the gala dinner. As our already said, we have the awards and celebration. Tonight's festivities will take place in the classic room in the second floor. and the doors will open at 8 o'clock. And we kindly ask everyone to be fully arrived on that time and be seated by 8:15 at the latest, so we can begin everything on time. Please note also that tonight's gala is an exclusive event, and only those who have purchased a ticket for the gala dinner will be able to attend. So please make sure you have your digital or physical ticket badge ready at the entrance. And Petra, the registration manager, told me that there is still some people that do not have their colored card. Please, it's very important. The color card is for those who have special requirements for food. And it's so important because you should keep it with you during the gala dinner. So those with special requirement, please go back to Petra and take your colored card. Thank you. And last but not least, if you haven't done so already, this is your absolute last chance to drop your completed sheets for the fall challenge. So the fall box is right there, you know, and we will discover tonight who are the winners. Go refresh, put on your finest outfits, and get ready to celebrate. See you all at 8 o'clock. Jingle!